Everyone. Everyone is full right now after lunch, and then more importantly is before I start, let me just say congratulations to um, Mr. Tony Luck, Mr. Madhu Lokan from TAPA for giving me an opportunity to be on stage, and of course not forgetting the TAPA team, right, who have always supported in everything. Right, let me just give you a bit of overview of myself. I'm sure you can see my name is there just now earlier, Shamsir bin Ali. So my role in Zuellig Pharma is basically looking into health, safety, security, environment, inclusive of business continuity, inclusive of sustainability. So I always believe that as a professional, you have to work along different functions in an organization for you to make sure that the collaboration is there, it is effective. So basically, that is what I'm doing. Now, let me just touch on this. Why my topic is basically boosting resilience and physical. Yeah, test. Yeah, it must be the AI problem. Right. So now I'm not going to go into and deep dive on what are the technology available out there, because I think Jason have already presented quite a good presentation in terms of AI technology. So we've got geofencing, we've got CCTV that identify non-compliances or non-conformances, and with the AI technology also, it actually integrate data collation for the organization. But what I'm going to touch on right now is why we need to enhance resilience and security by using AI. Now, more importantly, what are the complexity uh, faced by organization? So one of it is increasing interconnectedness and vulnerabilities. These have been mentioned throughout a few speakers, right? So they say, there are challenges, and some examples of those challenges or threats is cyber security, cyber attacks. We've got physical theft. We have natural disasters and also geopolitical tensions. So these are some of the areas where we really need to look into, right? So that is why we have to use other ways. Instead of doing manual, we have to use AI technology to enhance resilience. When you talk about resilience, we are talking about preparedness of an organization in the event of disasters, in the event of any challenges that is going to be faced by the organization. So just to touch on a bit, earlier there was a presentation talking about business continuity. There are no mentioning about ISO 22301, right? So these are part of how you're going to actually use AI to actually overcome those challenges. So when you actually utilize AI for comprehensive situational analysis and predictive insight. Now, firstly, what is AI? In definition, why do you use AI? Because you want it to be automated. Now, there are errors, definitely, especially when we have human managing, right, systems and all that. So by having AI, it will actually automate the process more accurately, right? It also enhances decision making because you already have the data in hand, and it also can or allow you to actually predict if there's any disruptions. Subsequently, with using AI, you will also be able to actually anticipate risks and mitigate them proactively. So, in other words, predictive analytics is not new. But however, AI is able to determine or able to gather the data that is required for you to anticipate what is upcoming. I'll give you an example. So I was actually looking at forex trading. Yeah. So I wanted to test something. So I actually take a screenshot of the forex trading, put it inside Chat GPT, and ask them to analyze for me. And eventually it came up with what is the analysis that is required, just for example. So in other words, it is actually a tool that can be applied within an organization for monitoring, for improvement, and also for anticipation of any undesired events. Now, I think Jason actually mentioned about security surveillance, right? Now, AI surveillance itself and access control is actually important because when we talk about security, we are talking about access, we are talking about loss of item, we are talking about brand protection, all that. So one of the things that we need to actually focus on is capability. There are a lot of AI system out there, but the capability to actually detect unusual activities or identify intruders and also providing real-time alerts. Now, this is the benefit of having AI system within an organization. Now, if you're going to ask me, oh, what are the resources required? Of course, the organization must put in the necessary resources to implement all these things. I'm a very practical person. I don't look at only paper, I don't look at only charts and all that, or even data. More important is the implementation at ground level, right? You can have a robust system, but the implementation and the buy-in from all the stakeholders is not there, then it will be a challenge also. But having AI will actually assist in those decision making and assist you to monitor closely on what you need to do. Subsequently, we also have what we call it the access control system. So generally, a lot of organizations are using biometric data or even AI-driven behavior analysis for secure access, right? So this is also implemented in certain organizations, and it is the effectiveness, of course, will be measured based on the number of findings or the number of non-compliance that can be seen through the dashboard. Now, let's touch on Zuellig Pharma. So what does Zuellig Pharma implement? So what we have it is what we call it the AI-driven smart warehouses, where we use robotic intelligence system, right, for inventory management and security. So in short, we have SAP. So we embark on what we call it the digital transformation, and we use automation strategy leveraging through SAP. So with this intelligent robotic process automation, it actually streamline the operations and also enhance the efficiency of the whole process. Yeah. And the other implementation that we have is using the blockchain technology, what we call as Easy Tracker. So the blockchain technology is basically a system where it actually enhances the supply chain resilience. Of course, when we talk about security, we want to make sure that all the items is being traced, and then even customer or client is able to actually look at where is it moving. And then we have also patient safety, right? So this is also another area where the blockchain technology actually supports on this area. And then all this platform is available on one application, right? So all the services is available on one application, and subsequently, again, we have data analytics dashboard where you can actually monitor what is happening. Yeah. So those are the two that we actually implement within Zuellig Pharma, but of course there are others that I do not want to highlight. We've got 15 minutes, so need to talk. Okay, so subsequently, by having AI, definitely it will enhance your decision making in terms of real-time data analytics, because you can look at the dashboard and you can make decisions on the spot, right? But of course, the purpose of it is to make informed decision quickly with real-time data, and you use visualization tools such as your dashboard, your graph and chart to present complex data clearly to aid decision making. So this is why AI is important, because when you collect information, there might be some information that is not accurate, right? By having all AI, they will gather the information and tabulate it for you. Now, what is the benefits of AI-driven automation and intelligence system? Of course, it improves the efficiency. It also leads to better security. So in other words, there is continuous monitoring and quick response to threat. And then in terms of cost saving, now again, the ROI for implementing AI, it really depends on each organization, right? So you need to know, firstly, the benefits of implementing AI, and next is how are you going to determine the value of implementing AI. So that's why when you talk about cost savings, it really depends on the organization. So subsequently, we talk about scalability. So adapting to growing demand. So you actually follow up the trend within an organization or within the market. to see how you can move further by using AI. So what is the future prospects for AI? Of course, you integrate with IoT, Internet of Things, right? Which will enhance organization capabilities by combining AI and IoT for real-time data and also give accurate prediction. And again, I emphasize that with AI, you can actually have an advanced system where you can actually recommend best actions that needed to be taken to make supply chain more adaptive and resilient. So in a nutshell, having AI itself is basically one step forward for you to conduct monitoring within an organization. Yeah? The purpose of AI is, of course, to make processes much more simpler, right? With AI itself, you are able to process data much more quicker. Right, so mine is just a short presentation. So in summary, AI-driven automation and intelligence system is basically essential for supply chain resilience and security. And I think one of the commitment for Zuellig Pharma for continuous improvement is that we are dedicated to actually use AI technology for our client and customer and to make sure that our operations is secure. And lastly is to call to action is to encourage the adoption of this technology to build robust and secure supply chain. Right, so that's all for my presentation.